Hi, friends and family. My name is Dr. Barb Fox, and today I'm going to talk to you about when you have that dog with extreme anxiety, what are some natural ways that you can help control that? I know as a conventional veterinarian in the past, I have grabbed the acepromazine or some other type of Prozac type of drugs for dogs, and now I know better that there are safer and more effective products out there. So I'm going to take a few minutes and explain how I would approach that. First of all, separation anxiety is not fun. That is when the dog cannot leave the owner's sight, gets extremely anxious, maybe even having some self-mutilation or some damaging behavior associated with that. And that takes a combination of natural products to help calm that brain down, but also takes some professional training advice as well. So you always have to work with a behaviorist if you have that severe of a case. But most of the time, I deal with animals that are anxious just because there may be some extra stress or chaos at home. COVID was a horrible time for pets because everybody was so stressed out, and then the pets pick up on that too. So we have to keep in mind that when we're stressed, our animals are going to be stressed too. So the products I'm going to show you today in the therapy with the Vibes Up mat is something that anybody can do at home. You don't have to have a license to do this. It's not specialized training. It's just getting the products in or around or in the animal's nose. So first of all, this is a company called Energetics, and they make homeopathic remedies and other herbal types of products for humans, but I've started using them in pets as well. This one is called Calm 5, and it has 5 different flower essences that are very effective for calming the brain down, and the label says for agitation, shock, and fear. And then the other one from Energetics that I really like is called Fields of Flowers. And this one is for a broad range of anxiety type of symptoms and despondency even. So if an animal's grieving or if they're depressed, this might be the way to go. And then a third product from this is from Cellcore called ME Support, and that stands for mental/emotional. This, of course, was formulated for humans, but it can be extrapolated over to animals as well. And then, you know me, if you've known me for any length of time, you know that I'm hugely interested and excited and passionate about essential oils. So there are a lot of essential oils that I could show you today, but I'm just going to show you my top favorites. Stress Away. Name says it all. And then we have this little bottle of Divana. I love Divana. It is very powerful coming right out of the bottle though. So I don't get it real close to my nose, and I wouldn't suggest shoving that in your animal's faces. But it is an adaptogenic type of oil, meaning that it adapts to the stress level that your body is in. So if you need a little oomph, it can help supply that little oomph that the brain needs. If the brain is overworking, cortisol levels are high, this is going to support healthy adrenal glands. Okay. And then this is another one I love called Lang Lang. It is an exotic flower from Central America, and Lang Lang is known as the romance oil. Now, we don't care about romance in our animals, or at least I hope we don't. But for people, this does help with libido and sensations and so forth. But it also, if you put it on topically, I like to wear it like perfume right over my carotid artery, actually. It does take the stress level down. It can slow the heart rate. It can actually possibly lower the blood pressure. I have to be compliant in what I say here, but Lang Lang can really take the anxiety level down. And then another oil here, Peace and Calming, the name says it all. No more said. I don't need to say any more about that. And then Roman chamomile, I think this is probably my favorite all-time oil. I absolutely love the scent, especially if you breathe it in. You'll get the different tones, the different levels of the scents in there, and it's an amazing oil for calming. And that's why they make chamomile tea. And they say that if you drink chamomile tea, or if you give it to your animals, it's going to calm them down, because chamomile is very, very calming. Now, how I use the oils with animals for calming is either pet them on, around the ears and around the face, stay away from the eyes. It can also be petted on the throat area, anywhere you can get it on the animal. It can also be diffused, and that's a really good way of getting it into the body immediately, because the animals, with their heightened sense of smell, they've got thousands and thousands more nasal receptors than we do. It's going to get right into their system very quickly through the olfactory system into the part of the brain that settles everything down. And the pineal gland is really important. It will also be affected by the oils, and that will help mitigate a lot of the negative emotions that the animal might be experiencing, like fear, rage, envy, aggression, despondency, sadness, grief. And then it can also turn everything around into joy and happiness. So really the oils and the homeopathic remedies are a really cool way to naturally help with anxiety and fears and that kind of thing. Now, the other thing I have is this, it's a silicone mat. And this mat is made by a company called Vibes Up. And I got turned on to them through my massage therapist. She actually used these in her office, and she would drape me, just as a demo. She would drape me in, I'd be sitting in like a zero gravity chair, and she would put these mats all over me. I'd be laying on the mats. I had mats on my forehead, across my eyes, and I just went into, in 2 minutes, I was into an extremely deep sleep. And I woke up and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. It's so calming. And I said to my massage therapist, I said, where are these plug in at? I didn't see any, cords running or anything. She says, Barb, they're not. There are no cords. This is not an electricity type of thing. This mat has thousands, I don't know if you can see or not, but it has thousands and thousands of tiny pieces of copper, silver, other metals in there, along with these tiny pieces of gemstone crystals. And when that mat is pressed, it's in a liquid when it's made, and then it's pressed into this mat-like material. And when that happens, it creates a piezo type of electricity, which is a crystal energy that is formed from pressure. So a lot of times I'll just have like these little plates. These are these little, what they call a squishy plate, and put the pet's water and food dish right on that. Kind of energizes what's in the dish. And then you can have these in your pet beds. This is just one size. They make them a little bit smaller, and they make them larger as well. Lay them on your pet beds. That's a really good calming type of thing. And the animals can pick or choose whether they want to lay on it or not. And when I've given my animals a choice, just a regular fleece blanket or a fleece blanket with the mat, they'll pick the mat and the fleece blanket together. So anyway, very short video. I could go on for hours about doing different types of modalities and different products, but these are my favorites. So if you have any questions, put them in the comment link and I'll get back with you. Thank you.